Life throws curveballs. We all make mistakes. Some mistakes land you in a tough spot, like prison. It's easy to feel lost, like hope is gone. But listen up, this isn't the end of your story. This is a chance to rewrite it. You're here because you're searching for something, a reason to believe in yourself again. You want to make your family proud. You want to prove the doubters wrong. This is your turning point. You can choose to rise above. This isn't about forgetting the past. It's about learning from it. It's about harnessing the strength you found within yourself to survive. This is about using your experience to build a better future. A future filled with purpose and meaning. You are not alone. Many have walked this path before you. They stumbled, they fell, but they got back up. They became role models, entrepreneurs, community leaders. They turned their lives around, and so can you. Let's be real. The system is tough on black men. The numbers don't lie. We are incarcerated at a higher rate than any other group. This is our reality. But we can't let these statistics define us. These numbers represent fathers, sons, brothers. They represent potential locked away, dreams put on hold. We need to acknowledge this injustice. We need to fight for reform. But we also need to fight for ourselves. We need to break free from the cycle of incarceration. We need to be the generation that changes the narrative. We are more than statistics. We are intelligent, resilient, and capable of greatness. It's time to reclaim our power. It's time to show the world what we can achieve. Coming home from prison is a huge adjustment. You're navigating a world that feels unfamiliar. You're facing stigma and judgment. It's easy to fall back into old habits, but you have a choice to make. You can choose to define yourself by your past, or you can choose to learn from it and forge a new path forward. This path won't be easy. It will require hard work, dedication, and support. There will be obstacles and setbacks, but you don't have to do this alone. There are people and organizations out there who want to help you succeed. They see your potential. They believe in your ability to change. Reach out, ask for help, and embrace the guidance they offer. The odds may seem stacked against you, but remember, statistics don't define destiny. You have the power within you to overcome any obstacle. Every day, black men are defying the odds. They are graduating from college, starting businesses, and becoming pillars of their communities. Their stories are a testament to the indomitable spirit that resides within us all. Take, for instance, the story of one individual. He used his time in prison to educate himself, earning a degree while incarcerated. Upon his release, he founded a successful organization that helps formerly incarcerated individuals reintegrate into society. These stories of triumph are not isolated incidents. They are happening all around us. They are a beacon of hope, reminding us that transformation is possible. This is your moment to redefine your life, to discover your passions and pursue your dreams. The world needs your unique talents and perspectives. You are capable of achieving greatness. You are worthy of love, respect, and redemption. Believe in yourself even when others don't. Your journey starts now. Go out there and create the future you deserve. The world is waiting to witness your comeback story.
What it do, everyone? My name is Keith Daniel. I'm a 44-year-old entrepreneur that grew up in the streets, went to prison, got out, changed his life, and now I'm a successful member of my community, a good father, a good husband, and I just want to share my testimony in hopes of helping someone out there become a better version of themselves. I think we all can say that we have a problem with our young people these days. Now, this video is not dedicated strictly to the young people, because I know it's people that's my age that's suffering with this obstacle that's in front of them, as far as how do they get out of their own way and become the better version of themselves. So within this video, I'm going to share you the 3 things that started me along my journey to making this transformation and becoming the better version of myself. And I promise you, if you look at this video to the end, you're going to take away these 3 things. And if you practice these 3 things, you will be well on your way to becoming the better you. I'm giving you some free game. Yeah, I was raised in the projects, grew up in the streets, never knew my father, single parent mother, 2 younger sisters, but I had a great supporting staff around me. The issue was I just never listened to them, point blank, period. I was an angry kid. Growing up in poverty, not having the things that other kids had, tend to make you angry because kids are cruel. And if you grew up how I grew up, we used to joan, we used to jive, we used to talk about each other bad. And if you didn't have what the other kids had, kind of make you hate life for real. You know what I mean? That was me, okay? Jumped off the porch around 15, really got involved in some bad things in the streets. It led me to prison, went to prison in 2001, got out in 2004. That's when I changed my life, right?
Nope.
No, seriously speaking. I got out in 2004 and I was probably worse than I was before I went in. Ask anybody that been in, 9 times out of 10, that's how I go. Why? Because you learn a lot more about the criminal activities in the streets in prison than you do in the streets. So when you get out and go back to the streets, you're a little bit more smarter when it comes to street smarts and street sense. That's a whole nother story. I'll make another video about that. However, when I finally got to the point to where I wanted to change my life, I hit rock bottom, did something very stupid. And if I would have got caught in the situation, probably wouldn't be here making this video today. However, tell God your plans if you want to make them laugh. So when I finally decided to get my mind right, I realized that I had the desire to change. That's rule number 1. You have to want to change. You have to want to change your life, period. You got to want it here in your heart. Your intent has to be pure if you really want to change. Number 2, you got to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you deserve a better life. You have to trust yourself in knowing that you're not going to do the things that you used to do. Believing in yourself and trusting yourself and having faith that it's going to be all right. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's number 2, believe in yourself. And number 3, you have to have belief. You have to have faith. Matter of fact, you have to know a higher power. Notice I said higher power. I'm not saying God. I'm not saying Allah. I'm not saying any biblical terms or any religious terms, because I know everyone that might run across this video might not relate. And I don't want to come across as I'm trying to push something down your throat. No, your higher power might be your family. Your higher power might be your calling. Your higher power could be anything. You know, me personally, yes, I'm a person of faith. So I've trusted God in those terms. However, whatever your higher power is, you have to have something greater than yourself that's driving you in order to make these changes, in order to be this person that you think you deserve to be, this person that you want to be, this person that you need to be. If you follow those 3 things, I guarantee you on your way. What we're going to do right now is we're going to dive a little bit deeper into each one of the bullet points that I just spoke on.
That's one small step for man.
Bullet point 1, you have to want to change. You have to want to make that change. Again, no one can want it for you. The universe don't work like that. The energy you put out is the energy you're going to get back. So if you're not truly ready to change, nothing else that I'm going to talk about on this video going to matter. You have to ask yourself, why do you want to change? What are your driving factors as far as changing? Do you not like yourself? Is it your conscience eating you up? Do you have a responsibility that you know you're not taking care of? Are you scared that you're going to end up in prison? Is it something traumatic that you've been through and you don't want to repeat that process? Are you ready to break that generational curse? Are you ready to break that cycle? Now, I'm going to tell you, for me, I wanted to change due to my family. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm big, super big on family, period. God first, family second, everything else, let it fall where it may. I am a family guy. And me not knowing my father, coming from a single parent home, growing up in poverty, I did not want my kids to go through the same thing that I went through in life. And I had finally hit rock bottom. And I knew that if I did not change my ways, they were going to repeat the same cycle. Wash, spin, repeat. And I ain't want that. It wasn't because my mama wanted me to change. It wasn't because my now wife wanted me to change. It wasn't because my aunts wanted me to change. It wasn't because the sweet women in the church that I grew up in, singing in the choir, and I had went astray like the prodigal son. It wasn't the fact that they wanted me to change. No. They could want that all they want. It wouldn't have did me no good. Why? Because I didn't want it. But due to the fact of me having the desire to become something better, knowing that it was my divine right to be something better, that's what kicked everything off. See, ask and ye shall receive. Knock and the door shall open. So if you don't want it for yourself, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna get it. That's why it's very important to want it for yourself. This change that you want, this second chance that you want. Do you truly want it? Or are you in a situation where you in trouble and now you just trying to duck the laws? Or you just trying to manipulate the game and finesse your way out of it? If that's the case, you can stop looking at the video now, because your effort isn't true. Your intent isn't pure. That's a cheat code for finding a glitch in this matrix. Wanting it for yourself. Number 2, trusting in yourself. Having belief in yourself. It gets lonely when you choose to do the right things in life. I'll say that again. It gets lonely when you start to choose to do the right things in life, especially when you have been accustomed to having companions that's with the, excuse my French, with the bullshit. Because just because you want to change, that doesn't mean the people that you're running with are ready to do the same thing. It doesn't mean that they ever gonna want to do the same thing. I had a partner that I ran with just like this, thick as thieves. We used to still conversate and talk. We still hung out. We still friends to this day. I consider, even though we don't talk on a regular basis. Matter of fact, we ain't talking in a while. But anyway, I remember me and him having a conversation. He was like, "Man, you really done with this shit, ain't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro, I told you, I'm done. It's over with." And he was like, "Yeah, bro, you know, for me, this what I do. This what I am." And I told him, I said, "Man, you ain't gonna be happy until you either dead or you in the Fed." And guess what my homie at right now? In the Fed. And you think I'm mad at him? It's not me judging him. No, I can't. I have no right to judge anyone. See, people choose up in life. Some people sell all the way out. And it's not selling out like, oh, you done sold your soul or this, that, and the third. Nah, it's just like, let's say if it's a football play. I might not be willing to stretch my body all the way out in order to block a punt. Some people are. I'm talking selling out in that fashion, just going all the way out, trying to pursue something that they want to obtain. And no matter how we look at it, some people want to obtain that status in the streets to where their name will, in their head, live on forever as being one of these OGs out here that was just him, was just that guy. And if that's you, I don't knock that. But again, this might not be your video. But just understand that if you are the person that is truly desiring to change, you're not gonna be copacetic with these people like you were before. Because see, in wanting to change, things change about you. The way you walk changes. The things you do change. The way you think change. You ain't hanging out all night in the trap. You ain't at the spot till the wee hours of the morning no more. Why? Because you got to get up and take your ass to work. Let's say you're trying to become a better husband. You can't be at the strip club chasing these little hoochie mamas like that, for lack of better terms. Why? Because you're trying to actually be somebody respectable and accountable and honest to your significant other. If you're trying to be a better father, the same rules apply. You can't be hanging out all times of the night. You need to be up when your children get up. Take them to school, see them off to school. Yeah, you might be at work by the time they get off, but you're going to spend more time at home than you are in the streets. And if you're spending more time at home than you are in the streets, the people that you used to kick it with in the streets, they get jealous too. They ain't going to like that. You know how many times I heard that I think I'm better than somebody just because I'm choosing to do something different than what they choosing? I don't say that about them. When I look back, I'm comfortable with the decisions that I made. I can look myself in the mirror and be okay with myself. I lay down every night and sleep like a baby. Does it get lonely? Yes, it does. Like the old saying goes, it's lonely at the top. So be prepared. But as long as you believe in yourself and you trust yourself to make the right decisions, you're going to be all right. Now for that third point, trust in a higher power. Listen, you got to have something that anchors you down. You have to have a foundation. No house in the history of houses exists without a foundation. So where's your foundation at? It's about finding something that tethers you to this reality. Me, myself, when I got myself in a funky situation, I made a covenant with my God. And I told him, I said, hey, I don't know if you hear me, but if you listen, if you can get me out of this situation right here, you ain't got to worry about me no more. Ever. And I meant every word I said. And I held up to it too. Now, was it easy from that point? No. I went through some of the most testing times of my life from that point. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. Egotistically. It was a lot of things that went on from that point that tried me just to see if I was going to go back on my word. But guess what? I desired to change, really wanted it. I believed in myself. I trusted myself for sure. And I trusted in that higher power. I believed in it. Because for me to walk out that door that day, when I asked that question and I walked up out of there, it was unbelievable to me. That was a miracle. You might have a situation where, like I said, it might be your family. And it might be a situation where your family, you done did something so stupid to where your family is ready to give up on you. But they give you a second chance. Are you going to waste that? Are you going to take it for granted? I put my mindset, my heart's desire, my full intent into saying that, man, I'm tired of being this and I want to do better. And then the opportunity arose. The door opened. Was I prepared for the opportunity? But I guess that's what you call luck, right? They say luck is when preparation meets opportunity. I guess everything that I had been through prepared me to make the commitment that I made at that point, and then the opportunity arose for me to prove and show that I was ready to be this person. So with that being said, if you want to change, mean it. Have intent. If you desire to be somebody better, do that. But trust yourself and believe in yourself. Don't fall for the peer pressure. Don't hold on to this persona that you've created in order to make a bunch of other people happy or to make your ego feel good, because now these people in these old positions that you don't obtain no more look at you in a certain type of way. No, you don't have to be OG Penny Low. That's the persona you made in order to cope with the nonsense that you had to deal with while you were running around in those certain circles. You don't have to be that guy. Whatever your mama name you, whatever your daddy name you, that's who you are. That's who you can be. See, so many times we don't want to be who we are. I didn't want to be Keith Daniel. I wanted to be Lil Keith. I wanted to be Van Horn. I wanted to be Struggle. I wanted to be all these different personas that I created in order for them to be a coping mechanism in a way that I could cope. I could mask myself. I could blend in society. And I wasn't even embracing who I truly was, which was simply Keith. Trust yourself to be yourself and always have an anchor. What motivates you? What pushes you? What keeps you tethered to this reality? What's your higher power? If you use those three things right there, I guarantee you, you'll be all right. I guarantee you, if you have the wherewithal, if you have the fortitude to see it through, you're going to see it through. So if you made it this far in the video, you have the tools that you need in order to successfully start your journey on transforming yourself into the better version of you. And I wish you nothing but the best. I know you can do it. It's all on you. Like BGCD Volume 2. With that being said, man, I know it's going to sound cliche, but I got to say it. Like, share, subscribe. If you got something out of this video, put it in the comments. If you know somebody, whether it's somebody in your peer group or whether it's somebody in the younger generations that need to hear this message, share it to them, all right? It's a big world. We all here and we in this together. Until next time, good people, you be safe, you be productive, and you be blessed. My name is Keith Daniel. This is the Daniel Diagnosis. Peace.